All right, man. These Brooklyn Nets. It's getting ridiculous now. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be calm. You know, we're a good team. Like I think the Brooklyn Nets are a good team. I want to root for them. KD, Kyrie, James Harden. That is big time superstar talent. We can score with any team in the NBA. But man, it is hard to watch them because as soon as we score, we give it right up. We give it right up. And it's like at a certain point as a coach, you got to realize that these lineups are good offensively, right? Mike D'Antoni style. I'm like, these lineups are good, but at the end of the day, if you can't get any stops, what's the point of keeping these same lineups together? Like, I like Joe Harris. I like Kyrie. I like Kevin Durant. I like Jeff Green. I like all these players. James Harden. But we signed somebody at center, and I still see DeAndre out there getting smoked. Why is DeAndre still out there, man? Why is he playing so many minutes? Get DeAndre off the court. He's not an impactful rebounder, and he's definitely not an impact defender. He's barely allowed there. We don't throw it to him when he's out there. So he's just out there clogging up the lane, playing bad defense. Steve Nash has got to step his game up. The way we're playing is not acceptable for a team that should be a title contending team and building those habits. So, number one thing, DeAndre's got to go. He's got to get out of the starting line at number one. And you got to trade him. Okay. I don't know what happened right there. But anyway, DeAndre's got to go, man. I was watching him get cooked by Bradley Beal. He was just Shaq would say barbecue chicken, man. It was too easy. It almost like he was doing a drill with Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal was like, all right, I'm gonna come off the pick and roll, and I'm just gonna destroy the big every time. I practice going right. I'm gonna go left. Bradley Beal's a good player, by the way. So I'm like a lot of bigs are gonna get cooked by Bradley Beal, but um, it's just um, I don't see him having any positive impact on the game. Like from start to finish, it's just DeAndre's out there. He might catch a lob, and he's gonna sag on the pick and roll. I'm like, you don't really see Anthony Davis get cooked like this. Not to compare DeAndre to Anthony Davis, but you know what I'm saying? It's like you can play it a little better. You can slide a little better. You can contest a little better. You can occasionally block a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the athleticism and the quickness has left DeAndre a little bit. Well, actually, more than a little bit. But he's got to play better to stay in the starting lineup, man. And it was clear that Jarrett Allen was better than him coming into the season. Like it was clear just with a couple games, and they finally made the decision to bench Jordan and to start Jarrett Allen. I think whoever this new center is, we can just throw him out there. I'm like, if he sinks or swims, I'm like, you can always go back to Jordan. I don't see the big deal. I'm like, Jordan's getting paid a lot of money, so coach says, hey man, you're gonna ride the bench for a little bit, or you're gonna split your center minutes between these two guys. I think that's a good idea. Um, I guess we really need a Mon Shumpert because TLC, um, but Landry Shamit, like these guys are just. I don't know if it's just every game I watch. It just seems like they never make anything. They're just out there playing not really good defense anyway, and not hitting open shots, and not like finishing in the paint. I think Bruce Brown is probably their best wing defender and actual just overall player that comes off their bench or is just, I guess he's starting now. But yeah, I'm like maybe Joe Harrison might be the second best actually defender 3 and D guy they have out there. So um, a lot of things are going to have to change for this team to compete for a championship. I can see this team losing in the first round the way they're playing defense. Like to be honest, like I wouldn't surprise me. We have a couple bad shooting games, and this team could lose in the first round. So, in order to prevent that from happening, we have to as Brooklyn Nets organization really has to make some changes. Like the lineups they have are great offensively, but we need two-way players. Okay, it's not. This doesn't look like a well-oiled machine. This don't look like the Warriors. I remember somebody said this could be like better than the Warriors. Like I don't see this. I see this as a Phoenix Suns type team where they're going to score a lot, they're going to give up a lot, and every game's going to come down to a nail biter pretty much, which is what it has. Every game has come down to a nail biting finish. It hasn't been any comfortable 10-point victories, and it's very apparent. It's just the defense has to get better. You cannot consistently win the NBA with a below average defense. It's not even an average defense, man. You can't slow down anybody. Westbrook was just having a day. Brad Beal was having a day. People off the bench were having. I'm like, the points in the paint was ridiculous. It was just like this cannot continue. Kevin Durant cannot be your best defender and try to score 30 points a night. Like that's just too much for him coming off an Achilles injury. So the coaches are going to have to really, and general manager to really look at this roster and see what we need and try to get it and mitigate it the best we can. Whether that's making a trade or finding some player on the buyout market or finessing somebody for a young G League prospect that people are underrating that can come in and help. But we need bench help and starting help for defense. And the clock is on. Everybody's on the clock because these are win now players. Kevin Durant's in his prime, James Harden's in his prime, Kyrie's in his prime. So this is a win now team. We can't afford to waste time and lose and waste another year of these guys' prime. So um, Nets got some work to do. And thanks for listening. Um, like, comment, subscribe. Those things, or don't. It's up to you. Power is yours.